Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 4 of a chill week on Snowdrop Tundra, and we have some stuff to talk about today. Last night was the maintenance. That means that all the information that we need to know about Mimikyu is available, and we will talk about that later. But for now, we're going to start off with a recovery instance for our reward stamp card. We're going to get 20,275 sneaky snacking because we did swap in our wall rain overnight, and we're also going to pick up 200 sleep points, puts us at 4,111. If I can do math, that is correct. All right. And for our daily lottery, we are gonna pick up something nice. It's gonna be a small dream cluster. We will put that to use here sometime in the next few days. Whenever we finally get to level 60, I have a feeling it probably won't be until the Halloween event, but we're gonna get there eventually and soon. So let's go ahead and jump into this sleep report, see if we got the dozing or slumbering type to get us a chance to see either of the Pokemon that we are trying to find while we are here on Snowdrop Tundra. Are you kidding me? Really? Again? This is getting frustrating. Snoozing again. Well, I mean, at least getting snoozing this much is making it to where we don't need as much slumbering or dozing to be able to grab those types in the future. But it's still annoying that I cannot get what I need. Snoozing is the only sleep type I don't need, and I can't get anything but. Anyway, let's move on. We've got a few spawns here, 7 of them in total. Togetic, Flaffy, Raticate, Jigglypuff, who else? Another Flaffy, a Slowpoke, and another Slowpoke. I think that was everybody. Yep, that's everyone. Looks like a whole lot of nothing that I'm really too interested in catching, to be honest with you. Raticate's hungry. I mean, I do have a Raticate that does perform pretty well. I mean, it looks like we're taking home a Raticate today, and that's about it, because don't really care too much for anything else. At least this will put it in the Pokédex now that we've officially caught it. Because fun fact, it doesn't matter if you evolve a Rattata into a Raticate. You have to actually catch the Raticate for it to be officially in the Pokédex. Counted as befriended, I think they call it in this game. So yeah, you will have to catch one of everything eventually, so might as well get it out of the way since we got nothing else to do. And honestly, I think Mareep candy might be the most beneficial out of this. I really don't have any good choices. Sorry everybody if it's not what you wanted. I really didn't have good choices today, so at least it wasn't Rattata candy. Anyway, we're gonna get 2,317 research XP and 4,938 dream shards. Very good. Still got a long way to go. It's like 200 something thousand just to get the next pod expansions. Oh, yay. We're getting there slowly. All right, Raticate, let's see how good you are. We've got a level 19 in Brave. We've got Apple, Soybean, Apple, which doesn't really matter. Berry Specialist. We've also got, starting off poorly, Ingredient Finder S, Inventory Up S, both not what we want. Helping Speed is okay, Skill Trigger S is not what we want, and Skill Level Up S, also not what we want. Brave Nature, at least it's Speed of Help Up. At least there's that, but it's still not quite what we're looking for. Calculate, probably not great. Not bad, apparently. Not as bad as I thought it would be with Ingredient Finder and Inventory Up. I guess that means that the Speed of Help is really helping a lot. You can see just on the nature alone, this is at 92%. One of the best natures we could get, since there's only a 4% probability that we could catch something better, which is probably going to be Adamant. Brave. Yeah, I think Brave might actually be the second best nature for a Berry Gatherer. Maybe. I mean, it depends on what their main skill is. Maybe you don't want their main skill, but with Charge Energy, I definitely would want to get those skill triggers. So I wouldn't want a Naughty on a Pokemon like Raticate that has Charge Energy. I think Adamant. Yeah, Adamant still hands down the best nature for a Berry Specialist. Lonely, it's all right. I think you could get by without Lonely if you have a healer on the team. But yeah, Brave is not bad, and it's showing. This is already almost done because it's just, you know, so mid that the calculator is just finishing it up very quickly. Like, man, this is bad. I'm just gonna go ahead and hurry up and move on. And now that I say that, it's gonna take forever. We're moving super slow, but it's gonna be around a 56 PR. We're not gonna linger here any longer. We'll let that run just to finish out and see exactly what it is, but definitely going to live with the professor, that's for sure. All right, let's move on. Let's see if we can get something else more interesting going on today. We have new news, which is almost certainly just going to be like, hey, maintenance is done. Yep, maintenance complete. There is another one, though. Maintenance complete. Thank you for your cooperation. Update contents, version 2.1. All right, preparation for the Halloween 2024 Double Candy Research event, which is why we have the information about Mimikyu today. The addition of the new alarms, Berry Collection, and Quiet Awakening. I meant to check those out. Or I mean to check those out. I will check them out later. Weren't in the game yet when I went to sleep, so I couldn't check them out yet. But I do plan to check them out because I'm curious what those are going to be like. And then the addition of a new main skill, Disguise Berry Burst, which is from Mimikyu, as we know from the Mimikyu announcement the other day. Game contents, the addition of a pop-up notification when an instance is not used during sleep research and is returned to your bag instead. There are very few circumstances where that could happen, but apparently that's a thing. So if you are affected by that, at least now you know. Balance adjustments, the adjustment for the target for the main skill Energizing Cheer, S. Probability of this main skill targeting the helper Pokemon with the lowest energy on your team has been raised a little bit more just to bring that in balance with what they have for their vision of that skill. Also, Houndour and Houndoom now have Charge Strength M instead of Charge Strength S, which is fantastic, especially for a Snowdrop team, because they are berry specialists. They bring in the Dark Berry, which you use on Snowdrop Tundra. So if you got a good one, you may want to recheck it. It might be a great one now. The main skill chance did get lowered for them just slightly as a result. Hopefully they stick to that word slightly, which means just a tiny bit, because slightly is kind of a vague word. So hopefully they stick to it and it's not too significant of a lowering. And then Umbreon also got the upgrade new skill. I'm not really sure what we would call this. It is a unique skill. Umbreon's the only one with it. So I guess in a way it's technically new. But the Moonlight Charge Energy S also lowered the skill chance on that one a little bit, slightly as they put it. This skill now restores energy to the user, but upon a great success, it will now also restore a small amount of energy to a random Pokemon on your team. Notes, main skill levels will be maintained after the Pardon me. So if your Houndour or Umbreon was at main skill level 4, you'd already put some main skill seeds into it. It will stay at level 4. You don't have to put more seeds into it. It doesn't start over. So that's good. And then adjustments to helper Pokemon's helping stats. Pikachu, the Halloween Hat Pikachu specifically, the frequency has been shortened slightly. So that's a good change as well, especially with the event coming up, because we're going to find some Halloween Hat Pikachus. So pretty good, especially since they can't evolve. All right, a change to the research community sharing option. After the update, your tracking device sharing options will be automatically set to on. You can pick what to share with your friends through the sharing options on the lower right of the research community screen. Also, some text justified or unified, and other small bug fixes and adjustments. Good stuff. Good stuff all around. All right, let's check out these community reports. There should be a decent amount of them. Well, I got a pop-up, so I'm guessing everybody is going to get a pop-up. Sharing option for tracking device turned on. Cool, no worries. You can choose what information is shared with your friends on the sharing options screen. Cool, no worries. How many community reports did we get? Only 40. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That doubled up. Very nice. Out of 40, 14 is pretty good. No level ups today. But that is all right. That is all right. All right. Let's jump into the meat and taters. That was just an interesting scene of them walking past each other. Double trigger there. Didn't get the pod expansion from Meowscarada, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and collect all of that. No ingredient magnet. I was kind of hoping for that, to be honest with you. A couple extra ingredients never hurt nobody. Did get extra tasty on Dedenne, or from Dedenne last night for dinner. So no skill trigger there means probably won't get extra tasty for breakfast. Skill trigger on Victory Bell though, very good. This is the good start of a day. We are actually in a really good place. We're in a very good place right now. Finally, took till Thursday, halfway through the week for us to get there. But we got there. Let's see, let's go ahead and make this. Yeah, we have enough potatoes for lunch, but not much more. So Miascarada is gonna stay on the team for a while. Tomatoes are getting kind of up there, but still not to the point that I want them to be for me to switch out Victory Bell just yet. But as you can see, the cocoa and milk situation, we're in a really good spot. So that's why I took Blastoise off the team, swapped in Walrein, tried to get a little bit of berry strength while we're at it. Plus, Walrein has helping bonus and sleep XP bonus, so it can kind of help some of the lower level Pokemon get just that little bit extra XP. Okay. I'm pretty sure that we have just the base extra tasty. Yeah, just base extra tasty chance. So let's not throw in our high level ingredients. Let's get that oil in there. We want to save the herbs. What did we just... Oh, we got a recovery incense. That's what it was. You know what? I don't think we need PR 55 on that Raticate. Definitely going to the professor. But I don't think we need... Let me make sure. Corn. We do not. We don't need corn for Sunday, so we can use some of that. That's fine. Get a little bit of extra oomph into this butter curry. It's extra tasty anyway. I'm glad we used the corn. Perfect. Fantastic. Love it. Mwah, chef's kiss. 10 out of 10. An extra 40k right there. Right off the top. Love to see it. That one feels better than the Dedenne ones because it's like, yeah, that was just a pure extra tasty. 10% chance, and I got it. All right. That will definitely put us at Ultra 5 and that close to Master 1. That close. All right, yeah, we're definitely in a good spot now. Most definitely. Ultra 5. All we're really trying to do is get to Master 3 to get that incense. We don't want to get our rank too high, just because we don't want to limit those spawns, but we did have a goal. I believe it was... Actually, you know what? We did want to get our rank high. What am I talking about? What did we say the goal was? I don't even remember now. Master 8, I think? I think that was a goal. Somewhere around there. I don't know. To be honest with you, I've been so distracted by everything going so terribly wrong this week that I kind of forgot about the goal. But speaking of goals, let's go ahead and collect our reward for this mission, Ultra 4. It's going to be a small dream cluster. Again, we'll use that later when we get to level 60. The more we can stack up before level 60, the better. Actually, we might hit Master 1 just off these berries. All right, well, all of the usual stuff out of the way. We're definitely going to hit Master 1 here in a second. All of the usual stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at Mimikyu. So this is your chance. If you don't want to see anything about Mimikyu, you don't want to be spoiled about it, this is your chance to go ahead and click away. And if that's the case, then I will see you later. Goodbye. We'll see you tomorrow. But we're going to jump into looking at Mimikyu right now. There he is, the adorable little guy. It's really funny, this little like hand-drawn art style being in the sleep art style. I kind of like it. It's cute. But it kind of also stands out a bit. Little, like, not unnerving, but it just like doesn't quite fit right. But I like it. It's perfect. Anyway, we did know that Mimikyu was going to be a dozing special or a dozing sleep type. It is a skill specialist, which is kind of what we all expected, I think, given its main skills or its main skill. But let's see. Can we check out and see if they've got any information? There's our Master 1. No information as to the numbers just yet. So that will be interesting to take a look at once they figure that out. For now, it is going to take 16 hearts to take it home, which, or 16 pips to take it home, which is about right. It's it is a Pokemon that cannot evolve, a one-stage evolution. That's what we call those, which they are almost always 16 outside of legendaries. So no surprise there. Base inventory of 19 and a base frequency of 4140. That's actually very good. That means this thing is going to be very quick. I will be interested to see what that skill trigger rate is going to be with that frequency and how many triggers we can expect to get in a day. I think Mimikyu, whether you use it on your main team constantly or not, at the very least. I think Mimikyu, just based off of this, and especially depending on that skill trigger rate, could end up being a very good Pokemon for if you are on vacation or you're having a week where you just don't want to pay attention to the game all that much and you're running berry specialists. I think that's where Mimikyu is really going to shine. So it's going to be worthwhile to have a good one in your back pocket just for those scenarios where you want to use it. That's probably going to be how I use it. But I could also see a scenario where it might actually be good to have it on the team for berry events, like the Halloween event where we have a set ghost berry. If you have an event like that where the berry is set and you know what you need and you have a good team for those berries, you can use Mimikyu to get all of that. But especially for Halloween, because Mimikyu is a ghost type in this game, of course, we knew that. So it's going to bring in tons of ghost berries for the Halloween event. I don't know, just trying to think of different ways that we can use them. But I don't know that personally I will use Mimikyu on my team all the time. But I definitely want to have a good one in my back pocket for that scenario, especially if, like I said, if I'm going to be gone for a day or a week or whatever and need to just run berry specialists and I can't check the game too often, having Mimikyu on the team, especially with the ability to double stack those skill triggers, because it is a skill specialist, it's going to be really handy in those scenarios. We are going to get 8 candies whenever we see one, so that is pretty good. But let's see. So far, Greengrass Isle and Old Gold Power Plant are going to be the only place it spawns, and I believe it stays on Greengrass even beyond the event. I think it will always be Greengrass and Old Gold, if I remember correctly. Let me go ahead and pull that up on the side while I look at this. So in order to encounter a Mimikyu, you are going to need to get to pretty decent rank on Greengrass Isle. You're going to need to be Master 2 to see the 1-star, Master 6 for the 2-star, and Master 7 for the top belly. So yeah, it's not going to be something easy to find. By the time you get to Master 2, you have a ton of potential spawns, Pokemon that could potentially spawn, so it's not going to be easy to find on Greengrass, but it is going to be possible. It looks like if you want to have a better chance of finding it, you're going to go to Old Gold Power Plant, where you can get the 1-star at Grade 5, the 2-star at Ultra 4, the 3-star starting at Master 5. That's about right. The 3-star does seem to be a little bit more difficult in general, and the top belly at Ultra 5. And for drowsy power requirements, you need 12,692,000 for the 1-star, 40,926,000 for the 2-star, 139,612,000 for the 3-star, and 155,344,000 for the top belly. So very, very high drowsy power requirements for especially the 3-star and 4-star on the Mimikyu. 2-star is decently high, but probably won't be too hard to find it. 1-star at 12 million, 13 million basically should be fairly easy once you get up into these ranks on these islands. So I don't think that's going to be a problem. Let's see. This is new. I think this is the first time we've really looked at this. The event info. Yeah, it's just showing the much greater appearance rate. It doesn't actually give us how much greater, so that's unfortunate, but it is good to know that we do have a much greater appearance rate of Mimikyu, so maybe we can actually find one during the Halloween event, because most of us should be able to get pretty high into the master, well, around the mid masters by the end of the week for most people, unless you are just brand new. So we should be doing pretty well. But looking at this news, it does not seem to indicate that Mimikyu will leave Greengrass once the event is over. So it looks like Mimikyu is a new permanent addition to Greengrass Isle and the Old Gold Power Plant. So good to know. Good to know. Of course, we don't have the ingredients just yet. Those won't come in until we start catching them. Still don't know why they can't see the ingredients in the data mine, but for whatever reason, they have never been able to. So we don't know the ingredients until we start catching it. But honestly, with being a skill specialist, the ingredients aren't really going to be that big of a deal. It will be more of a, oh, that's interesting, or those ingredients are okay. But really, the interesting part is the skill specialist, which is good because, like I said, that means we can double stack skill triggers. with this new main skill. So it's going to be really interesting to see how effective this is going to be and how people use Mimikyu in their team. But for now, that is everything that we know that you need to know about Mimikyu and how to find it. Of course, we're all going to go to Greengrass for the Halloween event, so it should be pretty easy for us to find one. We're also going to get the Mimikyu instance almost certainly from an event mission. I would be very surprised if we don't. So we all should at least see one. Whether or not we catch it, with it being 16 pips to take it home, that's a different story, but we'll see. But anyway, that is going to be it for today. Let me know what you think about all this Mimikyu information down below in the comments. And while you're there, go ahead and let me know how you plan to use Mimikyu on your team, or how you think people could use it, even if you don't plan to use it. Definitely good for us to strategize with each other and kind of brainstorm a little bit and figure out what's the best way to use these new Pokemon. I also just realized that I just barely got to Master 1. And it stopped right there, like just enough berries to get to Master 1. But that's going to be it for today. So thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Illusion, JP White, and Husky Star. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you'd like to support the channel, click that join button right next to the subscribe button. While you're down there, click the link to the Discord in the description box. Come and join us, talk about Pokemon Sleep. And other than that, y'all have a good night. And until next time, later, dudes.